Hi guys, I hope you're all safe and healthy. I just thought I'd make this little video on how I choose colours and how I use swatches to use those colours. That's a swatch on the screen there for the last drawing I did of the Joker. Basically what I'll do before every drawing is I'll look at my reference photo and I'll choose the colours I think I'll need, and then I'll make this swatch so I know what the colour's going to look like on that certain type of paper that I'm using. Then I can also determine whether I have to press harder or press lightly or maybe blend it with another colour. And it just gives you an idea of, the different scopes with all the colours that you've got, like reds, for instance. There's so many different reds. Uh, and these reds will look different on, like that's Strathmore Grey, for instance. And on my white paper, I usually use Canson 1557. And they look totally different on those two different types of paper, and then different again on tan coloured paper. So it sort of gives you an idea, these swatches, what they look like on these different papers, and it's a really good reference guide to have and to know what you've got at your disposal. Um, a lot of people ask me how I choose the right colours, and to be honest, a lot of the times I don't. Colours and how they work is probably my weak spot in my art. And once I work it out and get a little better at using colours, then I hope to move up to the next level. Sometimes, like I mentioned with the reds, you've got a lot of colours that there's a lot of every colour. Greys, for instance, you've got 6 cold greys and 6 warm greys in the polychromos range, and also a Payne's grey. And I also have a French grey and a slate grey in the Caran d'Ache Luminance range. So it's nice to see this range of greys on my go-to papers, as i.e. the Strathmore grey tone, or the tone tan, or the white, or the watercolour, or different grades of paper as well, whether they be smooth, whether they be, really a bumpy surface, more like the watercolour. It's nice to see how they all look. And the good thing for me as well, and what's very therapeutic for me, is I'm quite an organised person and I like things to be in order. But with this, the beauty of this, I just throw them in like on these pages here. I just stick on what I've used into my swatch logo book, which I'll show you in a minute. And it doesn't really have to be in any order. It might not mean a lot to another artist looking at it, but to me, I know what every scratch, every scribble, and what they all are. And this is the book that I've put them all together in. It's nothing special. It's just all the little bits of paper and all the little reference guides that I've created for different sorts of paper and different sorts of pencils, and also Copic markers and Uniposca markers, touch new markers and things like that. As you can see, some of it's really rough and just scratches that I've made while I'm looking at a reference, but it really does come in handy and useful. And obviously after a while, once you've done it for a certain paper a number of times and you've got most colours, then you don't have to keep doing a swatch each time. You can just go back to this book and this reference and look through, and you'll probably find what you're looking for. As you can see, I've still got stuff to stick in there, and there's still a few more as well. But it really is a useful and handy thing to have at your disposal. So I urge all of you to create swatches, because they really do help with knowing what colour to use on what paper. Right, with that said, I hope you're all staying healthy, and thanks to everybody who subscribes. If you haven't, please do so, and also click on that little bell for notifications, and I'll see you all on the next one. Ta-ra.